Hello, my name is Josh Rook. I'm a 32-year-old American here in Ukraine. I originally came here because I think my country's not doing enough to support Ukraine. We made a promise in 1992 and 1993 to defend you if you were ever invaded, and we're falling through on that. And I've been watching the whole situation here closely since 2014 and kind of wanted to come help, but didn't have an opportunity. So when the Foreign Legion said they would start accepting civilians, I started doing some training back home and then came and joined to the fight to stop the Russians. I had a friend from high school whose dad moved back here. They were Ukrainian. She was like a firstborn American, but he moved back here and he got killed by the Russians in the first month of the war. He was just a civilian. He was just walking in his yard and got shot. So that was part of it. And also, I don't know, I just felt like doing something bigger in the world, bigger than just sitting around working a normal job, being a normal jack-off while other people are dying, you know? It seemed like the right thing to do, and I'm just trying to do the right thing in life.
My name is Emerald. I'm here with the 3rd Battalion in Legion. I come from Norway. I'm 40 years old. I have had a lot of pain in my life, and I think about Ukraine and the civilians in Ukraine. They're all in pain right now because of the war, and I want to remove that pain. And the pain is coming from Russia. I'm a civilian in my earlier life. I've always studied military. I've studied weaponry, machineries, all types of military doctrine, history from several thousand years ago up until now, and I've always been interested in it. A lot of my life has revolved around living as if I'm in the military. So for me, the transition isn't very large.
My call sign is Silverdog. I am from Norway. I'm 40 years old. I joined the International Legion about a year ago. I'm here fighting for Ukraine because I believe that it's the right thing to do. I'm against tyranny. I'm against oppression. My first motivation was to appease the suffering of the Ukrainian people alongside my own. Knowing that you have to fight for your life, the life of your children, the future of your country, your own future, just because some not so good people are greedy, are imperialistic, are trying to make their mark, or just don't care. Maybe they're just narcissistic cowards, I don't know. Anyone can do something. First of all, those that live very privileged lives. I'm 40 years old. I joined the International Legion and I made it work. I was 100 kilos. I started walking. Then I started walking with weights on, backpack on, and my brother was right alongside me. We wanted to live a life that meant something, and we knew people down here were suffering. So if we were gonna die anyway, why not come to Ukraine and give it our best?
I think Russia sucks, dude. Fuck Russia. Sorry, I know I'm in an interview, but honestly, fuck Russia. They bomb civilians. They're not invading for any good reason. Everything they've made up about why they invaded Ukraine is just bullshit. They just want to oppress people, and they've been doing it since the 1900s here in Ukraine. They're just garbage. Russia sucks. That's all I can really say about it.
Every single family in this country is being affected by the war. They're losing friends, they're losing family. They live in constant terror from air raids, from bombs. And I know what that's like. Even though I'm from a very safe country, fear is universal. The Russians, they spread false propaganda and lie about almost everything. And there's no reason for them to be here at all. And I think whenever injustice in the world is like that, somebody has to stop them. When talking doesn't work, the only thing you can do is physically stop them. And that's what a war is. Physically stopping someone who is trying to take what you have.
Let's just say that the world gave Ukraine 14 days. That's 14 days. 2 weeks. If you can defend yourself against the second largest military force in the world for 2 weeks, we will help you. That's what the world said. Well, guys, we're here and it's been years and we're still here. And all the Ukrainian brothers that I have, we're fighting and we're gonna keep fighting. And we want to stop Russia. We don't want any unjust solution, negotiation, blah, 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 giving half the country away. We want something that can feel like a victory. The minimum is a safe ceasefire or peacetime that can make sure that future generations of Ukrainians are safe. That's the bare minimum. But my dream, the real dream, is to crush fucking Russia. Fuck Russia. I want them to lose. I want them to understand that they cannot just come and take from this proud, beautiful people whatever they want. I want them to feel our rage, our nationality, our will to defend ourselves. I want us to show civilians that we are here and we are willing to fight for them. This is not a joke. It's not Hollywood. This is real life, and thousands of people are either dead, homeless, or without food, water, electricity. And if you actually just try that, couple off your electricity and water for just one day, try it with your family and see how stressful that is. Now try that for years. And then turn on your stereo at max volume and play some kind of war movie or clip or something. And just feel that. Close your eyes and feel how stressful that is. Is that how you want to live? Maybe you can do something so others don't have to live through that every single day. You can join, you can help, you can do something. Don't you want to feel that you are contributing to that?
Ukrainian people here, the villagers, they cook, they help us clean the house. You guys are amazing people. I've literally never met nicer people. There's only one Ukrainian lady I never liked, and it was the train station lady, because she wouldn't let me use my translator to order a ticket. But other than that, I've never met nicer people. I've never met people who care, who have nothing but will give you everything anyways. If I could probably walk down the street and ask for a place to stay, and a random neighbor would give me a place to stay. You guys are just good people like that, and it's another reason I stayed for as long as I did to fight, because it's hard to find good people like that anywhere in the world. It is what it is, man. If I die so one Ukrainian guy can go home with a family and kids, I don't have kids, you know? I don't have somebody who looks up to me and calls me dad. So if I die and one Ukrainian man got to live because of me, then my job was done.
Also, from being here and seeing what's happening and talking with people who has been here even longer than me, you start to really build a lot of resentment towards Russia. You see the suffering firsthand, how brutal it is. Even though this isn't my country, the people here are no different than me. So if it was happening where I come from, someone would help us too. So my impression of Ukraine is a very humble people. Most Ukrainians are very grateful. They're not rash or brash. They're kind, helpful. I like the people here. They are open and strong, really strong. They all help to end this war. They all donate, they all volunteer, and seeing how strong the Ukrainian people are has inspired me.
But hey, I came to Ukraine, I fell in love with the country, fell in love with the people. The food here is great, the climate is great, and of course there's negative things, but which country doesn't have negative things? But in all, I love Ukraine, I really do. I want to live here for the rest of my life. I have found someone here, a special someone, and I hope for a future. I'm fighting for that future, and you can too. I think it's worth it. What's going to be your legacy? Did you become the person that sits 20 years from now and say, we should have done more, I wish I went and did something to help those people.
I loved my team, dude. Got some of the best dudes in the world on my team. They work hard, they play hard, they do the jobs they're supposed to do when they're supposed to do them, no questions asked. And I think if I had gotten wounded, like you're saying, if I risked my life and I lost both my legs or a leg, I know those guys would carry me 6 kilometers to get me home. I trust them with my life. I would trust them with my family's lives. Some of the best dudes, and they're all here for the right reasons. As a drone pilot specifically, I helped a lot of people get back off the front line and make it back to their families. So I feel like I did my part here. You know, it's not about me, it's about the bigger picture at the end of it.
So we signed up and went to drone school. Drones is the future of many wars, not just this one. Mechanized is almost obsolete because it's so easy to take out with drones. Infantry is too easy to take out with drones. So drones is becoming so effective, you almost no longer need the other types of divisions in military. We absorbed all the information. We have prior education with electronics, with computers, with everything that actually involves in FPV. And because of that, the learning it was very natural and fast, and we had a good sense of what we were doing. We had very good results in the school, and we liked the job. It's challenging, but still stimulating and exciting, and has many, many potentials that we're looking at.
There's a sense of having to prove yourself as a man. For me, it's not so much proving it to others, although there is that too, but it's proving it to myself. Who am I? And when you're stressed, hungry, tired, and there's shit going on that you would not have been able to dream up on your own, you do find out who you are. And when you have found out who you are, that true valor, that true strength, when you can go on when everything is very shitty, it's a good feeling. You grow. And when you found others that do the same thing, and you can work together and succeed, this is meaningful.
For the future, when this war ends, the work doesn't stop. We still have to work together. We still have to help each other, because this country needs rebuilding. It needs to make a future, and I want to be here to do that too.
Europe needs to grow up here. They need to toughen up and make a decision. Fill your quota for NATO memberships, whatever it is. There's no point in having a military if you're not prepared. Once the shit hits the fan, like it did in Ukraine, it's too late. You need to be prepared before that. If I was Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, Finland, Sweden, Norway, I would be prepared yesterday, because we know that they are there. They are big, they see us as fat little pigs that they just want to eat, and since they're orcs, they probably might eat you too. And it's better to escalate it now and make it stop in 3-4 years than screw Ukraine and let it last for the next 100 years, and then having a large enemy encroaching on other peaceful nations just because they don't care about you. Do you want your kids to speak Russian? Do you want to see communism growing to the extreme amount that it is in these countries that I'm referring to? You all know which one I mean. Because if we start believing that we can't win, that it's no point, then they've already won. We have to resist them, because your backyard is next. You think they're gonna stop in Luhansk, Donetsk, Zaporizhia, Crimea? No, they're gonna keep going west. And then your backyard is gonna have angry, stupid Russians shooting at your house. Is that the future you want? I don't want that future.